Making sure everything is in order in the playing area. Net, surface, surrounding area, buckets are ready to go up to the testing behind the scenes. And then we'll be ready to welcome the two men's singles semi-finalists. First semi-final. Okay, folks, give it up. The first men's singles semi-finalist, Drinkhall. And the opponent, second men's singles semi-finalist, first semi-final, Jarvis. For this first men's singles semi-final, good luck to the players! So in blue, Jarvis, still only 16 years of age, still in the junior runs. Number 8 seed here in his quarterfinal. He defeated Tim Veda 4-1. Won the men's under 21 singles title last night. So he is already PG neutral national champion here. Defeated Elshan Weir in the final there. And they also reached the semi-final of the doubles. In black, number 1 seed, 26-year-old Drinkhall in his quarterfinal. He defeated Jarvis 4-1. He's already won this national title 4 times, and of course was part of that successful team in this World Team Championship in Kuala Lumpur. And the guys reached the semi-final to reach a bronze medal, first time since 1983. photography just to allow further flash on your devices. Then you get underway. Give it up for both players, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Jarvis, Drinkhall, first time single, semi-final.
Playing against him in this semi-final, so great experience for this young man.
Drinkhall there on screen has come out, getting some really positive points. This match is of course the best of 7 games, each game to 11 points. Service changes every 2 points, and so it is Jarvis now with his second serve in this sequence. And what a wonderful backhand down the line there. Top class table tennis. A little bit unlucky there, Jarvis. Good return of service, set up the forehand topspin, made an error. Alan, if you were coaching Tom Jarvis here, clearly he's up against the number 1 seed. He's seeded number 8 himself. He's done well to get to the semi. What sort of advice would you be giving him?
I think the most important thing for any young player is just to stay focused on the 1 point at a time. It's the obvious advice, but not to worry about the things behind you and not to get too far ahead of yourself. And Tom is probably one of the most mature young table tennis players we've got in Britain at the moment, and he's actually making fantastic inroads into European table tennis. So, although Paul Drinkhall is a strong favourite this morning, I'm sure Tom Jarvis is going to learn a lot from this match this morning, and indeed push Paul to his limits.
7-4.
Paul Drinkhall, of course, played an outstanding role 2 weeks ago at the World Team Championships in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, when England secured a bronze medal.
5-7.
And he's certainly in good form. Alan, you of course were the coach of the England team at those World Championships. You must have been delighted with the performance.
Absolutely incredible, Don, and you know, I couldn't have been more proud. Paul Drinkhall, the most experienced player we had out there, but the other 2 guys, we were the smallest team in that division, only 3 men. We went out there, Paul, Liam Pitchford, and of course Sam Walker, and they were all playing at the top of their game, and indeed, you know, winning that bronze medal was just an amazing feel, and credit to the boys, they were just immense.
8-6.
Jarvis there just missing the backhand flick, just overhit it off the end of the table. Paul Drinkhall now with his 2 serves to come, leads 8-6.
8-6.
The ball there just caught the top of the net, well spotted by the umpires.
Yeah, great play there by Paul Drinkhall, looking to get his forehand in, pushed Tom away from the table, tacked him down the body, got him off the table, then changed the pace of that forehand.
Oh, that is an amazing backhand topspin. Took the ball very early, elbow, wrist. And to make it even tougher for Tom Jarvis, went straight down the line. So 4 game points for Paul Drinkhall.
7-10.
Step round the backhand, played the forehand on the diagonal. Drinkhall.
Well, he wasn't far away. It's not very often you see Paul Drinkhall at the barriers. He's an incredibly quick player, incredible legs, a lot of forehands, but on that occasion he was at the barriers throwing the ball as high as he possibly could. Lots of topspin, making it difficult. Great finish from Tom Jarvis, keeps him in this first set, 10-8.
Jarvis misses the backhand topspin. Paul Drinkhall wins the first game 11-8 and leads by 1 game to 0.
It is, of course, best of 7.
The players now making their way back to the table. They've both been back to their respective coaches. Advice has been given. And we'll see how,
Drinkhall to serve.
if at all, the tactics
Level.
change. But it's Paul Drinkhall to serve at the start of the second game.
That's 1. One all. One, 2.
I think Jarvis, Alan, is approaching this game in the right way. He's going for his shots. He's taking a few chances. He has to if he's going to have any chance to win. Would you have told him anything different, do you think, other than to be positive and get out there and go for his shots?
Yeah, absolutely. It's these guys, they get the feeling of what to do when they're out there, as you know yourself, Don. So it's a two-way conversation when they come back to the corner. But he's, you know, for a young man, he's very mature. He's trying to stay up to the table. He knows that Paul's going to be trying to get his forehand in against him. There we go again.
2-4.
The key is he's got to try and play his own game and make that game difficult for Paul by getting in with some strong balls. I noticed this game he's trying to return with the backhand a little bit more.
That was a great flick
3-4.
from Jarvis. Used his wrist, came across the inside of the ball, faded it out wide to Drinkhall's backhand. Good play there by Paul
5-3.
Drinkhall, 26 years of age. I think it's worth pointing out that when he was a junior himself, 16, 17, 18, he was #1 in Europe and probably produced the best form of his
6-3.
senior career 2 weeks ago in Kuala Lumpur. That's wonderful play from Tom Jarvis. Alan Cook sitting next to me nodding his head. He's doing really well, Alan.
Unbelievable, fantastic. The pace of this game, just look at that. That's incredible table tennis by both players.
4-7.
Again, the tactics were good for from Jarvis. He was looking to be positive. He was looking to get in with his forehand topspin. Good to see. His approach to this semi-final has been absolutely spot on. But what do you do against that? What a wonderful return of serve. Possibly Jarvis was gambling. He was running round his backhand a little bit early.
I think that's
the seat on the replay.
That's the danger. He's trying to do what Paul's doing by stepping around the backhand corner to play more forehands, and of course you leave that wide forehand area a little bit more open, and Paul spotting that.
9-4.
But it's good to see young man taking on the shots against a class player like Paul Drinkhall.
4-10.
What a fantastic shot by Paul Drinkhall. He wins the second game 11-4 and leads by 2 games to 0.
Paul Drinkhall now into a 2-0 lead.
Taking on the shots.
Through the day, folks, there is the engagement zone.
The players now
Game.
back
Jarvis
at the
serve.
table for the third
Level.
game. Jarvis, of course, now 2 games to 0 down. It's the best of 7. So the first player to win 4 games will progress through to this afternoon's final. And of course now, Tom Jarvis, a mountain to climb. Sat next to me, the 6 times winner of this title, Alan Cook. Jarvis has done well, but he's up against a formidable opponent.
Yeah, I mean, Paul Drinkhall, like you said, he's had an amazing season again this year. Got through to the semi-final of the European Games last summer in Baku, and followed that up recently with some incredible performances out at the World Championships in Malaysia. So it is a mountain to climb for young Jarvis playing against Paul, but he's going to be richer after this experience, whatever the result.
A great forehand down the line from Jarvis. Drinkhall, I think, was expecting it down the backhand side. It's a shorter target when you go down the line. It's just that little bit more difficult to make. But Jarvis pulling it off very well. Serve is not quite fast enough there. He went for the long serve. Drinkhall had time to step round and play a very strong forehand topspin.
2-4.
Yeah, thanks. It's quite good to actually see the score as well.
2-5.
So Jarvis leading by 5 points to 2. Yeah, no, very good.
5-3.
And there's Joe Drinkhall, who'll be joining me later in the commentary box. Joe, of course, the
6-3.
wife of Paul. So Jarvis now, 3-point lead. Oh, that great combination. The backhand on the diagonal, steps around, forehand topspin down the line. And you can see the determination on the boy's face. He's doing really well. Hails from Skegness in Lincolnshire.
Four 7.
Again, a great backhand there from Tom. He read the service, the long serve from Paul, but he read it well. And again, that backhand down the line to Paul's forehand, giving him a 4-point lead.
(8-4) as you can see on the scoreboard. Jarvis leads, and Jarvis has his 2 serves, and he's now leading 9-4.
He's served well this game, Don. His service has set up his first attack a little bit more, and he's been the proactive player in this set. And again, a fantastic inside-out forehand, going across the ball, fading it out wide to Drinkhall's backhand. Superb shot.
And Jarvis now with 6 game points. But what a wonderful counter topspin from Drinkhall there. Stay close to the table, took it off the bounce. Second service in this sequence of 2, but still facing 5 game points.
Oh, that's real class, backhand down the line, followed by forehand down the line. Superb.
Oh, he just slightly mishit that ball. Jarvis raises his arm to apologise, but Jarvis takes the 3rd game 11-6, and Drinkhall leads by 2 games to 1. Just about to start the 4th game. Players making their way back to the table. And there's the youngster from Skegness, Tom Jarvis. He's played quite superbly. He's approached this semi-final with exactly the right attitude. He's enjoying himself. He's being positive. He's going for his shots. He's up against a very formidable opponent in Paul Drinkhall, seeded number 1. And it's Paul serving, leading by 2 games to 1. Best of 7 games, first player to win 4 games through to the final. Jarvis has, of course, played for England at senior level, played out at the Commonwealth Championships in India last season. So he's clearly a player that is being promoted by Table Tennis England. And Alan Cook sat next to me, the national performance coach, must be delighted with his performance.
Absolutely, he's on the right track at the moment, and next year he's hoping to play full-time and live out in Sweden, where of course they were the strongest nation in the world and still have a lot of great clubs out there with good coaches and some great possibilities for Tom to go on further improve his table tennis career out there with guidance from ourselves. What a fantastic rally there.
4-1.
So Paul getting back to business in this set, leading 4-1. Just turning up the heat on Tom at the moment.
I have to say, Alan, I don't think I've seen Paul Drinkhall be forced away from the table and lob the ball back as much as he has in this semi-final.
Absolutely, and you've got to be quick to push Paul Drinkhall away from the table. You've got to be quick, and so that in itself is a a victory for Tom that he's doing that, but he's still hard to beat even when he's back there.
That was a great flick there. Came in, took the ball at the top of the bounce, hit straight through the back of it, as we'll see on the action replay. There he is, great footwork, got his foot under the table, into position well, executed the shot quite superbly.
Net. 3-4.
Dave Edwards, the umpire, calling the let serve, well spotted,
Net.
and again,
3-4.
just demonstrates how tight the service is. Tom Jarvis determined to keep the ball very low over the net.
Trying to serve there with a little bit of topspin, wanting the ball to come long so he can attack, but the great feeling, the great touch that Paul Drinkhall has, still able to keep the ball really close and tight to the net. And I think that's what Paul's trying to do a little bit more in this set against Tom.
6-3.
Well anticipated by Paul Drinkhall, didn't panic, held his ground as we'll see on the replay, and just guides it down the line. Jarvis committed himself out wide on the backhand, running round to play the forehand. And that's a wonderful backhand topspin down the line. Took it very early before the ball gets to the top of the bounce. Gives the opponent less time to react, and now Paul Drinkhall with a 4-point lead. Tom Jarvis now with his 2 serves to come.
3-8.
Paul Drinkhall, of course, more famous for his forehand and the fact that he's so quick and powerful at getting his forehand in. But I have to say, one of the key things coming into Malaysia was the fact that his backhand started to work really, really well. And it just takes a little bit of pressure off you having to force the issue of trying to get your forehand in all the time, and it gives a much better balance to his play.
Worth pointing out, the players are entitled to towel down every 6 points, and as you can see there, 12 points have progressed, so both players took the opportunity there to towel down.
8-5.
And Jarvis just clawing his way back. And indeed, Paul Drinkhall's called a timeout. A timeout can be called at any stage during the match, and each player can call timeout only on one occasion. So Drinkhall sees this as a pivotal moment. He's just lost a couple of points. Of course, if he wins this 3-1 in the lead, I think that will be not quite match over, but it'd be really tough for Jarvis to come back from 3-1. So a really pivotal moment, Alan.
Yeah, I think so, and it's certainly not panic stations there for Paul. He knows that this is an important game for him and Tom, and to take this one, if you're 3-1 lead, it's a long way back then for the young man. So just gathering composure before coming back more than anything else.
Players now back at the table. And you can see what that meant to Paul Drinkhall there. Punches the air with the clenched fist. And he leads now 9-6 and 2 games to 1.
Two great returns there under pressure. Went with the flicks, pushing young Tom Jarvis away from the table. Difficult to beat Paul Drinkhall when he's in that position.
4 game points for Drinkhall. And there it is at the first time of asking. Paul Drinkhall wins the 4th game, 11-6, and leads by 3 games to 1.
Drinkhall leads 11-6 to take a 3-1 lead, best of 7.
And the players now back at the table. Gavin Evans sitting in the corner for Tom Jarvis, passing on his words of wisdom. Of course, 3-1 down now. Tom Jarvis in games, has to win the next
level
3. Paul Drinkhall, of course, just needs to win 1 game. So, what's your advice, Alan, there to young Tom Jarvis? 3-1 down.
I don't think he needs to change anything. His attitude's right. He's trying to serve and follow the serve up, push Paul away from the table where possible. He's not doing anything particularly wrong, but he's coming up against a very experienced and class opponent.
I'm out.
And indeed, timeout called by Gavin Evans, the coach of Tom Jarvis. And I'm not sure he would say anything different than you just said, Alan, really. Enjoy the moment. And we can see here on the screen there's been some great points.
Yeah, I don't think he has to change that much. Maybe he can up the risk factor marginally. Take a few more chances. But he's just got to, again, stick to his guns one at a time and trying to get back into this set.
So both players now have used their timeouts.
3-love.
And Paul Drinkhall now with his second serve in this sequence, leads by 3 points to 0.
A 4.
Strong topspins by Drinkhall. It's almost a mark of respect, I think, from Paul Drinkhall that he's had to give it 100% here against the number 8 seed, the 16-year-old from Skegness.
1-4.
And I must say, I've not seen Paul being pushed away from the table as much as I have here. And there he is, Tom Jarvis. A credit to himself, credit to table tennis.
4-2.
And the one thing we know for sure, he's going to keep fighting for every ball.
Drinkhall serving, leading 4-2 in the 5th game and leads by 3 games to 1. Apologising there, that forehand topspin just caught the top of the net. It just deviates the ball slightly off the net. In fact, that was that quick, it's hard to see it catch the top of the net, but it did.
3-5.
Just came underneath the ball, a fraction too much there. Jarvis lifted the ball off the end of the table.
Let 3-6. 7-3.
Drinkhall now leading 7-3. Just sense that this is getting not one-sided, it's unfair, but you just sense now that Paul Drinkhall's clearly got the momentum and he's moving pretty rapidly towards the 11 points that he needs for a place in the final.
4-9.
9-4, Drinkhall in the lead. Jarvis now with his second serve.
Oh, great spin on that.
10-4.
Very difficult to see, very difficult ball to handle there for Tom, but a lot of top spin on that ball.
Six match points for Paul Drinkhall. And what a great rally.
10-5.
And Jarvis there playing a superb top spin, put a little bit of side spin on it as well, took it out wide, as we'll see here on the replay. Didn't quite get time to get the replay in because we're back live. 10-5, 5 match points for Paul Drinkhall. And there it is, backhand down the line. Paul Drinkhall wins the fifth game, 11-5. He wins this semi-final by 4 games to 1. A great performance by the youngster, Tom Jarvis, but he came across the gentleman on screen in great form, the #1 seed, Paul Drinkhall. And now let's just go down and join Louise.
Yesterday with that nothing against Richie. He made errors because he was just forcing the ball. You end up missing because you can't force it so much.
Change anything, his attitude.
Love.
Paul Drinkhall, the young Tom Jarvis, quite a challenger out there.
Yeah, he was. I mean, Tom, you know, like you say, is a young, upcoming player. He put on a good performance. I think it's his first semi-final, and you know, this year there's a crowd in there and TV cameras around and things, and you know, he handled with it very well, which is good. Gave me a tough game, like you say, before I'm going into the final, and I'm sure he'll be back again.
Are you pleased with your performance?
I am, yeah. I think there's a couple of points where I lost a little bit of concentration, but again, Tom took full advantage of that and managed to win the set that I did that in. So all credit to him, but you know, hopefully I'll put that right in the final.
Thank you.